Welcome to the Random Podcast, where we just talk about random shit. Talk about random. Burp of an intro. Anyway, I'm joined by Charlie and Jared, who are
That's
both
me.
my co-hosts, except one who is a redhead with a patchy beard, just like mine. He is mainly in charge of fact-checking what we actually talk about, because most of the time we actually don't know.
But we're better for admitting it. All right? We're better people.
Shut up, Charlie. Anyway, so
You gave me the job to fact check you fuckers. I'm going to be in a living hell for the next few hours. All right, shut the fuck up.
All right, Toby from HR. Let's get on with it.
Anyway,
Ugh.
so the big subject of today and the past, I don't know how many fucking months, the coronavirus. This just been a fun time because originally we were going to start this podcast with us in the garage.
Yeah, right?
That couldn't happen.
It's funny how that works.
Mm-hmm. Funny how timing works.
Yeah,
But you know what's
Timing.
funny? You know what's hilarious about this?
Hmm.
Is that people are still going to eat bats.
They're still going to eat bats.
It's like
Was
Just
he
think about
was
that
he
for a moment.
tested before
Time
I
out.
eat this?
Talk about random. That right there is random. It's like, we're still gonna eat bats. We could have talked about a million other things in the middle of that, but you go straight to people are still eating bats.
I'm just saying, because, like, we got a lot of people who are like, gosh damn it, COVID's not real. And, like, dude, we have a whole spectrum of people. I'm just saying, it's not out of the realm of possibility for people to continue eating bats, especially bats that are affected with I think coronavirus goes in different stages. In the stage that COVID-19 has gotten to, I believe it was. I'm not an expert on this, but I think it's the proper terminology for COVID-19 is actually SARS-CoV-19. I think.
Yeah,
If I'm not mistaken.
mainly here's the biggest thing. Like people, our and it's sad to fucking say, our generation kind of, they just. I have a lot of respect for elders. I really do, especially war veterans. And when you see all these people, like here, I'm in Bullhead, Arizona right now, and we have the Colorado River right here. And you see a bunch of kids who are all our generation not wearing masks, not doing nothing to like at least prevent. See, they don't really believe in the coronavirus, but even if you don't believe it, you should still wear a mask because if in just by miraculous that you get it and then you come in contact with an elder person and they get it, yeah, the younger kid might survive, but the older kid ain't gonna, or the not older kid, the elder person, the chances are they're not gonna survive it. So out of common courtesy and respect for elders, you should kind of wear a mask. Thank you, Charlie.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, if there isn't much incentive for you to wear a mask, it's like, where is it? Like, if I wear a mask, then my glasses are gonna fog up because the air is always going here, right?
Yeah.
So if you're complaining like, "Oh, my glasses," or if you're complaining like, "Nope, I can't say anything political." Okay, you know what, I will say it. Like, if you're complaining like, "Oh, this mask is preventing me to breathe," it's like, okay, okay, I'll sidetrack to that. That in and of itself is like due to one of two things. Three things. One, you're probably wearing it wrong. I don't. It's not out of the realm of possibility. I'm just saying, a lot of stupid people like to show themselves and their true colors a lot these days. Oh, speaking of which, I gotta. Jeez, that makes me laugh.
You can literally just do what I'm doing.
You're not
with
actually
wearing glasses.
See, that's what I was about to say. See what Charlie's doing. If you wear glasses, you could literally just do that, right?
Here, let me get a little closer so you can see. So literally all you do.
Glasses off.
So if you're complaining, obviously it's gonna fog up if you have it like this. All you do to prevent it, lift up your glasses a bit. Put the nose part of the mask on like the little thing that stays on your nose. No fog.
There you go. Problem solved. So that's one issue out of the way.
Okay, but the second issue is like you might not be wearing a mask. Again, I don't know how that would. I don't know. People have made weird like they've said like I can't breathe, but like they don't make any excuse. They don't make any like.
Here's the biggest thing. Here's one of the reasons. Like I don't want to go on this subject too long, like too long, but I do want to say this. Sure, people are saying if you can smell a fart through a mask, then it's not going to stop the coronavirus. It doesn't matter. You should at least take that extra precaution, like you're wearing a fucking condom. Okay?
Oh, you know
condom
what?
Is not 99% birth control. Okay, it's
that
not 100%.
Brings up a good point.
Only 99.
Like,
but still, wait. Let me explain. Let me explain. It's not 100%, but it's still you're still trying to protect yourself.
Just saying.
Okay, here's my point. Even if you think that a mask isn't going to do nothing, out of common courtesy for everybody else surrounding you, you should still wear it. It's just common courtesy. And if you don't wear a mask when somebody asks you to please put the mask on, you're just being a douche. Am I wrong in saying this?
No, but on the fart subject, actually, you want to know what's interesting? There were actually tests done. I'm gonna get into something really interesting. So there were actually tests.
This is Jared's world. If anybody that knows Jared can rip some. And I mean, like it's a special power.
Dude, why do you gotta announce that, man? Now nobody wants to hang out with me. Come on.
I still want to hang out with you.
Everybody wants to.
That's true. Okay, that makes me Elmo. Anyways, but they actually, I don't remember why this came about. It might have been in like YouTube recommended or something. I sure as shit didn't like go out looking for this information. It just came to me. But there were tests done for farts, and they got like these little petri dishes, and then they had test subjects both with underwear and without underwear like fart towards the petri dishes, and then they let the bacteria sit for like a day or something like that, and then scientists analyzed it, and they deduced that there was more bacteria with the non-underwear ass rippers than the underwear ass rippers.
Well, no shit. It's still cloth. It's still it's a filter that it has to go through.
Yeah, like I'm just unless you have more of a
Charlie is so good. Look at Charlie.
What kind of shit are you trying to
this is called the Random Podcast. What exactly?
I don't want to destroy my church history stuff. I'm literally gonna finish this one podcast, and then I'm just gonna hear a doorbell at my door the next day. We'd like to come. I'd like if you could come to me. For what? Wait, church history.
So, Jared, how do you make plastic?
What? Wait, what
never mind. Never mind.
No. What were we asking?
No. We're not good on that subject. Charlie search here. He'll have the FBI knocking on his door. Okay.
More than
So-
In
usual.
my own defense, it was Hollywood that taught me.
True.
Like
Anyway.
if they ask me like how pipe bombs are made, I'm not gonna be able to give you the logic. Like I'm not gonna be able to give you every single key detail in making a pipe bomb, but you know you just have to watch Terminator or Fight Club. That's all I'm saying. All right, this information and look just for the ATF and the FBI and the CIA listening. Look, I'm not a terrorist. I'm not a domestic threat. I'm just saying. If you want to go after someone, go after Edward Norton. It's not my fault. Go after Brad Pitt.
Okay. That's not. Anyway, I completely. We were talking about. We went from coronavirus to farts being registered on a petri dish, with or without underwear.
No, but that was for the masks.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Anyway, so it's still gonna have some type of filtration.
If you want
So-
to talk about gas masks, from what I know, the reason why protective masks work, I saw a bunch of like weird prepper videos, like low tier prepper videos, and those are like the people who constantly plan for the apocalypse, like
Yeah.
like, oh, Obama and the administration, they're full of reptilians. We gotta prepare. And so they a lot of these channels, they actually go into how protective masks and the specific filters work. And the way that they work is, I think usually they use activated charcoal or activated carbon to, and it can't be too finely grounded.
I think it's charcoal.
Yeah, charcoal. It can't be too fine, but it can't be too coarse either, because if it's too fine, then you'll just be breathing in ash. But if it's too coarse, then the particles that are carrying, well, in this particular case, COVID-19, they'll still be able to pass through. But then there's another layer, like an actual paper filter, and it's called an ULPA filter. So usually houses, when they use like air conditioning units, the filters that they'll have inside of them is HEPA filters, and that's what usually deals with like larger particles, so typically dust particles, right? But
Yep.
the protective masks actually use ULPA filters, which filters out the particles that would be big enough to carry like COVID-19 viruses.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
COVID-19.
Hold on 1 second. I'll grab my mask. Hold on. Just so people can see it.
Oh yeah, and if you're looking to be a prepper, don't get the GP Russian masks, like the full over the head $25 masks that, no, just don't. Those are trash. Don't
This is
waste
what
your
I
money.
wear. I don't know if this shit works, but I can tell you right now, it probably works better in a cloth mask.
It's a little better than a cloth mask, but I don't like, if you really wanted top-notch protection, your mask itself, just the mask, not including the filter, would it be at least, I've seen like the cheaper ones that are still functional for like $200. But if you really wanted like a top-notch one that has like a full face shield and that doesn't let any air through, like through the seams, that would cost upwards of like maybe $300.
Jesus.
Yeah. But that's what you're paying for. You're not just paying for like a $5 or $10 piece of cloth to protect your face, or not protect it, but just at least prevent more of the particles.
Oh, dude, people have been taking advantage of these masks. Like, I understand, like they're in production and stuff like that, but there was a store around here. I can't remember what store, but they were charging like $20 for a tiny cloth mask, and I mean tiny. It barely fit my face because at the time I forgot to bring another mask because I I like wearing that one when I go to like major superstores like Walmart, Safeway, places like that. But if I'm going to like
Excuse
a
me, my
gas
apologies.
station or anything, I'm gonna wear just a cloth mask because why would I bother putting that big ass thing on when I'm only going to be in there for 5 seconds? But I forgot my cloth mask, and they were charging 20 or $25 a pop for these cloth masks. That just seems outrageous to me. Crazy. I
Remember
mean, how much
when?
would that cost to make? I mean, honestly, you rip up a shirt, right? And then sew a couple like cut out a couple holes and sew it together. I
Wait,
just
I actually, now that you mention that, legit, I want to see if either Supreme, Gucci, or Versace actually made masks.
they
Like,
have. I've seen them out here in
how much are
Arizona.
they? How much are they? I gotta look this
I
up.
don't know, but I don't even want to know. Charlie, look this up now. Look this up right now. Has Supreme or Gucci made? Oh my dear God, they have. Wait, are the wait? No, these aren't actual. That's not actually like Supreme, is it? It is. It fucking is.
Oh my God.
You gotta be shitting me.
That's funny.
That's fucking highway robbery right there. How much did that just say? 328.
Yep, $328, and that's
saw
on
one by
StockX.
Versace. I saw one by Versace that's upwards of like 275.
These
There's
people
20
should be drug out of their fucking offices and just curb stomp. No, I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm not. No.
Well, me.
That's just fucking ridiculous. A Jason Voorhees Supreme mask. Are you kidding?
That looks like a COVID.
What have they
What the
made?
hell?
Hold on a second. What? Is there nothing that's not Supreme that they haven't made?
Christian, if you ask that question, it's like Rule 34 of the
Supreme has
internet.
made a lot of
If
stuff.
you have an idea
that
for
is-
something, chances are that idea is already going to be.
Is that a luchador mask? Are you shitting
What?
me?
What?
That's just a normal one.
Oh, okay. I was about to say if they made a Supreme luchador mask, I was about to shit myself.
I'm pretty sure they have actually.
Yeah, like I said, it's like Rule
Okay.
34.
I'm done
Rule
with that.
34 is,
That
right?
pisses me off.
I mean, it usually pertains to like cartoons, but oh God, I don't want to think about that.
God,
Yeah.
you know, I was actually. This is just side something I just wanted to talk about because it kind of popped in my head.
Okay.
Now, don't get me wrong. I believe that there's life somewhere out there in the universe. Okay.
Right.
Has there been as many UFO sightings as people have claimed? I doubt it. And here's why. I learned a
Okay.
little fun fact. There is actually something that happened during a lightning storm, or I believe it's a lightning storm or static electricity. Probably not static electricity. I may be speaking out my ass, but
I mean, aren't you?
true.
Left
It's
you.
called bald lightning. And this shit literally, like, it's just a bald form of plasma that forms up, and it can pertain to like half my height. It was like 3 feet high, and
I think I saw that on the Discovery Channel on like one of
that
those.
shit's crazy. Have you seen
Yeah.
the videos that people have made on it?
I've seen the thermal readings for them too, and I can see why people might have thought that they were UFOs. But
Like they fucking move really weird.
do
They
they?
just move across the ground and go into people's houses, and they can fly across the sky. I mean,
Wait,
these
people's
things-
houses?
yeah, they've gone into people's houses. You know why? Because glass is it's conductive. So literally it will fly straight into your house
Okay, that
during
makes
a
sense.
lightning storm or shit. It's crazy watching like videos and stuff like that. Oh my god. Try to pull up some videos of bald lightning.
Bald, like BALD.
BALLED.
What, like Johnny Sins?
No, not that kind of bald. Like bald.
I'm just saying, if I had the chance.
Wait, what was it again, Christian? BALL. What?
Like a ball. Bald.
Oh.
ED.
Yeah, JOHNNY,
Shut up.
capital.
Just stop. Stop. Have you found anything?
Here's pictures and stuff.
There's no videos? Really? Wow.
Here, let me look at the videos.
Wait. See where it says search instead bald? Yeah, that. That's how they
literally what I had it spelt, but okay.
Okay, then try ball lightning. I swear to God, I've seen videos on this shit. I don't remember where it was from.
Oh wait, I was thinking of
Oh, wait.
BALD. I'm retarded. I'm sorry.
Go to the.
I was about to laugh
Yeah,
at you for spelling
try
it
that
wrong,
one.
but
Try
now
that
I
one.
feel
This
stupid.
The
one?
one that you were on. Yeah. Don't play any audio. Oh, we're gonna have. I'll skip this. So.
Hey, what's up, YouTubers? Vsauce here, and
Okay, just if it's just this guy talking, just get rid of it.
wait. There was an explanation, like what?
Yeah, I know, but it's YouTube. I don't want to get a copyright strike.
Oh, true.
Yeah, just get rid of it.
Shout
Damn,
out
I've
to your
seen
boy.
videos on this shit. I swear to
I
God.
think I've seen that channel before. It's kind of, I don't know if it's on par.
Okay.
with-
Oh, wait.
It's one of
Okay,
those
so what
science
is this?
channels. I like to.
Ball
I like to
lightning
mess with
exists.
them.
Okay. Keep going. Broad of history.
Oh my god,
Play the
that's
video. Is it
that's
is
the
it the
same
same
video.
video? Are you shitting me?
Or no, wait, it's not.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Well, where is it? Really? They're gonna ever show it?
Hang on.
No. There it is. Look at that. It literally just floats there. And I've seen one. There was a video. I've seen it where like some guy, you don't actually see the ball, but you literally see the just like the aura of it go behind somebody's house and like dissipate. It was crazy. So I can
saw
kind of
something similar. But it was during an argument I had with my ex, and the next thing you know, like she left the house and we never spoke again.
Why is this?
Okay, Richard?
I'm fine.
Okay.
What is this video?
It
Debunking what?
was supposed to show a video, but it just was a picture
Oh
instead.
come on! Am I really?
Wait. Super rare. Wait, that one right out right there. It says unique video, super rare ball lightning moving across field, or moving across what? Not
I
field.
don't know.
Looks like a field. Yeah, look at that shit. This is what I'm saying. Like, it's fucking phenomenal. Now, I want you to imagine back in like 1700, 1600,
Right?
that shit happening. You would think that shit's like biblical. You would flip seeing that like move across the field or like light something up. You would think that's either extraterrestrial, I can never say that damn word.
This dude cannot hold a camera.
Or like just some straight Bible shit. That would blow my mind. And this shit is literally moving. Like it don't go away. It's still moving. And then something happened right there where it like
Jeez,
blew
I'm
up
so
a little
sorry.
bit.
Was that loud? Sorry.
That was loud, but I don't care.
I'm trying
So
to like
anyway,
hold it in. But
there's
it's, like,
another fun fact that I learned on the same kind of subject.
Yeah, but how does that work exactly?
I
'Cause
don't know.
I
I
watched
don't
a
exactly
video of it
know.
like 10 years ago on Discovery Channel, but that was on like one of those weird ghost hunter shows that wasn't a ghost hunter show, and it was just spending time like, this is how you debunk ghosts. And then like nothing happened. It was just like, oh my God, there's a ball of surging light. Well, it's actually bald lightning. And then that was it. Like they never gave any explanation for it. It was so frustrating. That's why I think that episode is what never made me want to watch that show again. It was
So from what I heard, it was basically bald lightning is a mild form or could turn into a black hole. That's what's scary about that. It has the potential to turn into a black hole, which would
what do you mean a black hole?
like a black hole. It has the potential because it's just pure plasma and could turn supersonic or something like that. And it can turn into a black hole and literally suck everything into it. It's so rare. Bald lightning is so rare and so powerful that that's what they assume anyway. That it could turn into a potential black hole, like a star.
Black holes are made by stars blowing, like some of the biggest stars in the universe blowing up, and
yeah, because
the density becomes so
not like an actual full size black hole, like a mini black hole. That's what they're saying. It has the potential and power.
That
stars are made from hydrogen fission, not fusion, but fission. And they go through a process called fission where two hydrogen atoms go together, and then when a star finally ends its life, which takes upwards to hundreds of millions or billions of years, the content of the stars is more helium than hydrogen because of how much fission that's taken place, and as a result, that's when it blows up. Wait. Yeah. Is it black hole and then supernova, or is it supernova and then I forget?
The action of dividing or splitting something into two or more parts. The party discovered into fission.
Fission.
I don't know why I said
fusion.
Well, this is what I heard that a
if that's lightning, true, then I could accept that. But I mean, I feel like we would need to understand the components of what makes bald lightning. If it really is, excuse me, jeez, God, I gotta stop burping. If bald lightning really is hydrogen atoms going through a process of fission, then yeah, I guess I could accept that as a legitimate thesis for what bald lightning.
How massive would that ball have to be? Because even if it's a miniature black hole, it'd still freaking be devastating.
A mini black hole. Now, a mini black hole, I don't know.
A black hole and a mini black hole are still gonna do the same thing. They're gonna suck, just like ex-girlfriend sucking the soul out of you. All right.
I knew that joke was coming.
I knew it too.
Yeah.
I saw it. Okay. Anyway, so here's another fun fact that I learned about Arizona. Here.
Okay.
That you guys probably didn't know. After Roswell, there was another significant UFO crash, in 1953 in Kingman, Arizona.
All right.
Now, this time, apparently, according to people, they said that something had crashed into a mountain at near supersonic speed.
All right.
Now, how you would see that, I'm not entirely sure. I mean, you'd see the crash, but how you'd see it going into the mountain, I'm not entirely sure. But apparently, the military literally shut that whole place down. There's a bunch of people that came out afterwards and said that it wasn't until like recently or 90s, I think. I don't
Right.
remember. But they came out and said that this did actually happen. But what happened is when this happened, they put a tent around it and they had like 5 different scientists from across the United States come in and they examined it. And within a couple days or a day or something like that, I don't remember exactly, but they literally locked it up, picked it up, and moved it. And it was gone. That's why you never hear about it because they did it so fast that there was barely any witnesses that seen it that were actually able to see it. They
Wouldn't
just
it be
know
cool
that
if there was
something
actually a division for Men in Black, though? That'd be so cool.
that honestly would. It'd be also kind of scary.
I mean, no, I mean, with all the implications of Men in Black involved, because it's not the way the movies depicted it, not MIB International. That was a terrible, terrible movie.
We don't talk about that movie.
We don't talk about that. You're right. You're right. I'm glad we see eye to eye. But
Yeah.
the way the movies depicted MIB is, it wasn't like they were super sketchy. Like
Yeah.
a bunch of conspiracy theorists would imply with legitimate government agencies from across the world. They were actually one of the explanations of why MIB operated in secrecy and didn't even align directly to one single government is because that I don't remember if this was verbatim or not, but Tommy Lee Joe, what was his name? Jay?
Yeah.
No, wait, his name is K. Sorry, his name is K. Yeah.
Yeah.
Will Smith's character was Jay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I have to go back in that scene where in MIB2 when they go in that locker. Oh hell K. Oh hell K. Okay, can you see? God, I love that movie. But they said that they operated in secrecy because humans weren't capable of being able to handle that sort of news, which I think ties into the idea of the Fermi paradox. I think that's, well, is it the Fermi paradox? Where, what was it again? I'm gonna look this up.
I got
Well,
it.
Charlie's on it, but here's my thing. And you want this shit happened when coronavirus like first happened. How fucking chaotic this this world got. Like the meme that I saw, I can understand why the government hasn't told us if there really is aliens. Like, everybody would lose their fucking shit and buy all the toilet paper.
Oh my God! Don't even mention that, dude. Oh my
Weren't you
God.
without Wait a second. Weren't you without toilet paper for like a really
I wasn't
like a couple
without
days?
toilet paper, but I was going to public bathrooms a lot. You know how awful men's public bathrooms are? There's like shit smeared all over the walls and on the seat of the toilet. It's goddamn bullshit, man. And on top of
Charlie
that,
and I called us we called those poop shotguns.
I missed. What? I missed.
So for those of you that don't know, Charlie and I used to work at we work at but currently right
at a
now
grocery outlet. At a grocery outlet.
we used to work at a grocery place. Anyway, in time there was shit smeared on the walls. We would literally go to one another and go, "There's a poop shotgun situation in the middle bathroom."
I think if anything, there would need to be like a Secret Service cleanup for that, because I don't think any human being.
Oh, there
can
was. They were
fathom
called
that.
Sunrise.
I still hate the. Still, that was my worst birthday ever.
Jeez.
My birthday
I
present
forgot that was
so
on
much
your
shit.
birthday.
Wait, was your?
Yeah, and you know what's funnier is I had just got off work.
No, I'm talking
Was it
about.
not this?
No, you're not talking about. We're talking about a different day. I'm talking about my birthday where they made me have to unclog the toilet 5
What a
times
wonderful. Wait,
in
what?
one day, and it ended up being
Jeez.
my birthday.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it was really annoying because by the time the 4th time I had to unclog the damn toilet, I was fucking tired as shit. Walked back to the front and I'm like, we really need to get that stall locked down, please. He's like, here's some red tape. Here's a piece of paper, find a pen, put out of order on it and everything. I finally grab the red tape, get the piece of paper, march my way as fast as I can without freaking being a football player bulldozing a freaking child into the top aisle freaking over there. And by the time I get there, there's a dude in the stall. So I had to sit there just holding a piece of paper saying out of order, red tape, and I'm just sitting there just hearing this dude take the meanest, fattest shit, and I'm just sitting there the entire time like, knowing 100% that it's going to clog again, and I'm not trying to be racist or anything at all with this. After the dude came out,
No, I don't think.
it was an old Asian dude. But first, he flushed the toilet. You hear it like going for a while. You can see his feet underneath, and he's just sitting there. He flushes it again. Doesn't go down. Then he opens up the door to see me sitting there just with the bitch face, just holding a piece of tape and an outdoor sign, just staring at him like, why? Why? And this dude had the audacity to, after doing that, look at me, look at the toilet. Look at me, look at the toilet. Look at me, look at the toilet. And looks at me, points at the toilet, and no joke, not trying to be racist or anything at all. His voice as this dude, just old man, just, it no work. You fix. And walked out. Keep in mind, he was in there for like 5 to 10 minutes taking this shit. He pointed at it, said that, and then he didn't wash his hands and he just walked out of the bathroom.
Oh, fuck no.
Oh.
Then I had to unclog that. And then I made sure no one else would go in that bathroom. I taped a huge ass X on the door. Keep in mind it was red tape, so obviously you're gonna see it. I even taped the little like things that you can see through the little like
fucking tell me.
spreading. Did that.
No.
Put
No,
this
no, no, no.
out of order
No.
sign. Put the
No.
tape on. all around the out of order sign, like not just like a little tiny piece. I literally wrapped it around all 4 ways on the tape, and I leave the bathroom like that. And then I hear half an hour later, my manager at the time, Bill, came up to me. Someone's in the bathroom again.
Jesus Christ.
So yeah, that happened.
No, that still
So,
doesn't
wait.
beat the story when I found bloody fucking heroin needles stuffed behind the dude. I don't know fucking how. I don't know how, but I found like they weren't like insulin needles. You know, they were like fucking full-fledged needles with blood still on them behind the fucking toilet, and in a little hole that was fucking punched out of the tile of the wall. Sticking out, blade out, needle out. And I go to my fucking manager and I'm like, dude, somebody's been shooting up in the fucking bathrooms. And like, he goes, excuse me? And I go, you fucking heard me right. Somebody's been shooting up in the fucking bathrooms. I go, I hate to break it to you, but I ain't touching that shit. And I can tell you right now, people are going to go in there and get stuck, and somebody's going to be liable, and it ain't going to be me. Because I told you, I ain't picking it up. That's biohazardous material. Such as shit, but way worse. I ain't touching it. And it ain't happening. There are so many stories that Charlie and I have working at the store.
Good job.
There was one time this guy came in a lot, but he was almost kind of but he came down there. I was doing my day like hourly sweep, right? And I round the corner and he literally pops his head out like this. Do you believe in unicorns? I do. And then ran forward straight to the check stand and slammed his shit on the freaking check stand and proceeded to talk to himself, talking about his taxes while I'm still doing the sweep. I had to stop and collect myself because literally he jumped out in front of me like this far away from my face. Oh my God, dude. There's just so many stories.
Did I ever tell you the story of the Tony the Tiger?
Okay, you go. Yeah.
No.
Wait. Tony the Tiger?
Yeah, remember how we were having like a little like advertisement of Tony the Tiger and everything?
I wasn't there.
And the dude had to wear a costume. Keep in mind, our AC wasn't working when he came that day. He had to wear a full Tony the Tiger outfit the entire time he was there. God. No AC. And I'm pretty sure it was during summertime. And I'm like doing my hourly sweep and stuff. I didn't even know he was there yet. And I'm just doing my sweep. And then just like Christian's last story, he comes around the corner just, "Hi there, kiddo! I'm dying! Help me!" I'm just sitting there like, and I just freaking hauled ass around the corner like, nope.
Dude, okay, so
I came back like an hour later with a bottle of water, and I handed it to the dude, and he was like,
Wait, I got a story. Actually, a couple of stories. So, I was working at this, we'll say mom and pop joint. I won't give the name of it because I don't want to be sued or anything. But I worked at this one really sketchy joint. Christian, you know what I'm talking about. Like,
I know exactly what you're talking about.
I had nicotine fueled fucking Snapchat video rants to you almost frequently. This job was so shit. Oh my
I love the
God.
one where you had a cigarette hanging out of your mouth like Johnny Depp in was Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
It was so bad. Like, shit was constantly spoiled. But I mean, I'm not gonna talk about one of the shitty aspects. Okay, no, you know what? I will talk about it. So, like, shit was constantly spoiled. We didn't have a legitimate manager on duty during night shift, which would have been fine, were it not for the fact that I was working with drug addicts. And I, as a cashier, trying to be trained as a cook. When I was a cook, I'd still have to work cashier half the time, which would mean I'd have to take orders in the diner. I'd have to take phone calls. I'd have to do All Star, which is like a menu, which is like a computer order thing where you like type it in and then you'll get an order faxed to you.
Yeah.
And then DoorDash, Uber Eats, Postmates, Grubhub. So let's see, that's 4 phone calls, computers, and then motherfuckers up until 2:30 in the goddamn morning ordering food at this small ass joint where only 3 to 4 people, two or three of which were cooks, were trying to cook for these goddamn stoners and drunk ass motherfuckers from, oh my God, dude, it was hell. But there was this one funny story where this big ass drunk motherfucker came in, looked like Stone Cold Steve Austin. I remember it distinctly because this shit was funny, dude. So I worked at this Vietnamese joint, and we serve these French fries that we put like bulgogi beef on top of them, and then
Dude,
sprinkle
you're gonna
it with
make me
like
fucking
sesame.
hungry right now.
Dude, it was so good. Like the French fries, we put like Cajun on it and cayenne, and with the bulgogi fries, we put like the beef on it. We cook it with bulgogi sauce. Oh, so good, dude. If you have never tried bulgogi beef, do yourself a favor. Don't go to the restaurant I worked at, but go try some motherfucking bulgogi beef. Oh my
How the
God.
fuck
But
are they
anyways,
supposed to know?
I'm just hoping and praying that they don't go to the place that I work at. Granted,
True.
there's only
Okay,
like 3
true.
locations, so it's not likely that. Anyways, this guy walks up and he's ordering a big ass order because he's coming in with like 2-3 other people. Shocker. It's a drunk guy who's like hammered as shit, and he got his order. I sent it out to the cooks, and then he comes back again. He's like, "Hey man, I'm gonna have another order." This is the guy, not me. I'm not that drunk yet, but yeah. You know what?
Yeah.
I'm gonna get the bukkake fries. Sorry, the what? Yeah, bukkake fries. How long is it gonna take? And then, like at that moment, the gears started turning in my head, and I'm like, "Give me and the boys 5 minutes. We'll have it ready." He's like, "You know what, man? Here's a $20 tip."
Holy shit. Wasn't there like a physical fucking fight that broke out in that store?
Oh, that's right. So this crew of like 6
You
people.
called me that night and I was at work.
Oh, dude. That night was bad. That night was bad. Like, oh my God. I think we were in the shitter that night. We were already getting a shit ton of orders and we were already trying to catch up on shit. So then this crew of like 3 people, 2 girls, 1 guy, they're just chilling, being moderate, being nice, got their order and they sat down. Cool. And this crew of like 6 people, 4 chicks, two dudes come in. They get their big ass order, and we're already like knee deep in shit, trying to cook all these orders. I'm the cashier for the night, so I'm trying to like speed things along. And what is it? Then all of a sudden we're like trying to get the first order out with the three people. So then the party of six, there's this one cunt who's like walking up to get the orders because everyone's hammered as shit except for like the three people. And so like the drunk bitch from the group of six, she gets the group of three's orders, and so she's like, "Hey, where's my order?" And we're like, "Oh, well, we called it out." Because mind you, like, I tell everyone, "Hey, how you doing? Okay, you want this order? All right, you're gonna be number da. All right." So they were like number 68, and then the crew of six was like number 68, and the crew of three was like 69 or some shit like that. I'm not even kidding. But I called number 69 out, and then the crew of six grabbed the crew of three's order, and so the crew of three was waiting for like 15 minutes or so. And I'm like, all right, well, we'll just throw it on the fryer again, and then we'll like reduce the price or some shit like that. And so then they went over to the crew of six because they knew that they stole their order, and they're like, "Hey, can you kind of give me my food back?" And then this one bitch, the one bitch that made the order, I think she was like flirting with me and flirting with some of the other cooks too. Dude, I'm telling you, she was super fucked. She was like, "Let me see, what do we want? I'm sorry, you're so beautiful." Okay. And she was like, and so the chick from the crew of three went to the super chick, and then that chick was like, "You know what, puta?" And then like they start fighting. I'm not racist, but that chick was like fucking chola as shit, man. All right, I know my shit. All right, there's a difference between like a respectable Latina woman and then a fucking like, dude, this chick was straight up ratchet. Next thing you know, like when she gets pursued by the chick for her stupidity, she's like slamming that bitch across the divider between me and the fucking diner. So then we had to like file a complaint. We had to call the cops over, and then the cops came, and one of the guys was super fucked out of their minds because what is it?
Fuck.
It was, yeah. So they tried to keep their cool. They were like, "Oh shit, I smoked a shit ton of weed. Cops are here." And so like I just remember them standing there like, so and then like the police officers walk in, they're like, "So can you tell me about what the hell was going on?" They're like, "Yeah, man, it was a bad night. It was a bad night to be alive. I had to stay with the chicks just in case those fucking cunts came back, because they left like the moment we started calling the cops. We couldn't file charges or anything because we didn't have any information on them, and like the chances of them being identified by our security cameras was very slim to none. And it's not like our manager was going to give two shits because he only paid the cooks at like 14 an hour plus the tips that I made. Like he literally pulled the tips that I made because I was usually the night shift guy who would make all the fucking tip money. And he'd take that, he'd give it to everybody else, and then he'd advertise it on fucking Indeed.com like, "Oh yeah, it's 15 an hour plus tips." I was so fucking pissed, dude. Oh my god.
So
I'm
there
sorry, that
was
was a
this
long
one
story.
instance. Charlie, I don't think you were working there yet. There was this one instance.
Wait. Where's your happy juice? Boy, Where's your happy juice?
Oh shit.
Yeah, I thought we
It's
were
right
drinking.
here.
Yeah, you need to. You look like you're getting a little parched there, bud.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Oh, never mind. Okay.
Anyway, there was this one instance where this guy apparently held up one guy for his fucking groceries with a knife, right? So the guy gave up his groceries, and I shit you not, okay?
I'll spill that shit.
The guy went to his car, and I'm thinking, what does this dude do? What the fuck?
Right?
He pulls off one of the windshield wipers of off his car. Well, I hope it was his car, and proceeds to walk down where these pillars are in front of our store, thinking that maybe the one guy that just stole his fucking groceries ran 20 feet and went around the corner to see what he got. I don't really know why. Yeah, I know. That's Charlie, you have the exact same face that I had. And goes and is walking like inching towards the pillars. he jumps back. He's like, and then like there's no one there, obviously. Comes back and like puts the fucking windshield wiper back on and screams, "Babe, get in the fucking car. We're going after this fucking asshole." And then gets in the car and then drives off in his Honda Civic.
Oh, he had a Honda Civic. Oh.
What
Yeah,
the fuck?
I literally like I came out to this, so I'm kind of wondering like, did this really just fucking happen, or this dude losing his shit? Anyway, so that's the thing.
I got this one good. Wait, are you done with your story?
Yeah, I'm done with my story.
I got this one good story. I was working at a grocery outlet, not grocery outlet itself, but
Just a grocery store.
outlet. Yes.
Yep.
A grocery store. I could have just said that instead of fucking copyright infringement. Okay. So I was working at a grocery store, right? And it had to have been like my first month there. I'd never worked at a grocery store. I'd only worked retail, landscaping / construction, or some like odd jobs that I could do with my dad and my uncle, like for under the table cash. It's my first week or first month, and I'm sitting in the freezer aisle just stocking shit, minding my own fucking business, when lo and behold, there's this woman who goes in the aisle adjacent to me. That was like the shampoo aisle. And so, what is it? I'm looking at her and she's like, she's testing the bottle. So like, this is a shampoo bottle. Let's just pretend. And she's going like, okay.
What?
And she's doing it to multiple bottles. And then she gets the perfume and she's like, and then she goes over to the accessories aisle, not even shitting you, picks up a fucking sun hat at this time, which I tell my coworker, and we're just watching this bitch. So she steals a sun hat, she steals some glasses, puts on some fucking earrings, and then allegedly later, like 30 minutes later, 15 minutes later, some shit like that, she has a full cart of shit. Asset protection is looking at all this shit on camera, as well as the person who's disguised as a normal shopper. And that's one of the things I respected about this company. Not gonna lie, that's pretty fucking smart. So they caught the bitch, but then she's like, "Why the hell you taking me? Y'all's racist." And like, we're like, "No, you were fucking stealing products from the store. We were watching the cameras and we were watching you via one of our asset protection crew that was undercover. This is legal by law. to detain you for theft of merchandise. But she still
Oh,
got
dude.
away with the sunglasses, earrings, and sun hat.
Oh, dude, I can't even tell you when Charlie. Oh, Lord. When Charlie and I were working at the grocery store that we work at,
Right?
The Heath Bar.
Wait, is this too much?
that's too fucking much.
No, it's not.
I
The
need you
Heath Bar
coherent
story.
here.
I'm coherent.
Okay, so before you tell that story, Charlie, let me just say this. We had a go back rack. Okay, well, we have a go back rack. This has baskets. Okay, with each aisle on it. There is only, since I've worked there, been 10 instances where these racks were actually cleared. Every other time, the
Keep in
go
mind,
back rack.
we worked there for about a year or two.
Yep, the go back rack is literally full, overflowing, and 4 carts down the thing, and it would just multiply. Me and a couple other coworkers, including Charlie, were the only ones that did go backs. And guess
Wait.
what? You want to know why this happened? Because asset protection was only there from 6 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Wait, what?
Most of the time, yeah. You heard me right. 6 a.m. to 3 p.m. That was it. After that, they just ixnayed, and we were on our own.
Our store
So-
usually closed at 1 a.m.
Yeah, our store closes at 1 a.m. We had so much theft. And you know what's great is they knew they could get away with it, but they were too incompetent to know that the carts would lock up. So they literally fill a cart, a full cart, to the brim, all the way almost overflowing with like frozen stuff, stuff in produce, sodas, monsters, alcohol. They'd fill it all the way up and try to go out the door and almost catapult over the cart. Or they would literally
actually would
pick up
catapult.
one side of the cart, wheel it on the way out, and then they would act like I went through self-scan. No, the great instance was at midnight when the chick literally came rolling by like they're in the car. And she's like, I went through self-scan. Ma'am, it's 12:30. Self-scan closed at 12. There's no self. Well, I have the receipt. Okay, can I see the receipt? I don't have the receipt. Ma'am, we're gonna ask you to politely leave that cart over to the side.
I remember
Well, this is
that.
just bullshit. I went through self-scan. Well, as you can see, ma'am, all the self-scans are closed and you didn't come through my line. So she had a cart. There was one instance.
Wasn't I
Charlie,
bagging when
you
that
weren't-
happened, Christian?
Yes, you were bagging and I just came back from my suite. But there was another instance where you weren't there yet, Charlie. I think it was one of your days off, but I was with my manager, and after 12 o'clock, or no, it was after 11 o'clock because there was no one else scheduled for courtesy clerk. It was just me and my manager. And my manager at
As
the time,
usual.
she was scanning stuff, and she goes over to close self-scan. And
Right.
I think one other co-manager or whatever it was, I forget, assistant manager, was on the register. Now I had went to do my sweep. I came back, and she was still closing the register, the self-scan.
All right.
I walked past this lady who's at self-scan. I'm not shitting you. Has a tall can of Bud Light, and she's fucking chugging it. Like chugging it. It's not like she's taking a bus because she had car keys hanging on the side of her purse. And I go to Christine, or my manager at the time, and I'm like, this lady has an open can of Bud Light, and she was just chucking it at self-scan. And you can't buy alcohol in California through self-scan, so how exactly was she paying for that? And my manager missing a beat goes, "Can of Bud Light? What?" And the lady goes,
I didn't have
and
Bud Light.
somehow
What are you
she
talking
had
about?
hit it. I don't know how the hell she hit it. She must have stuffed it in her purse or something, but it was gone. It was like Houdini, just it was gone. So I'm sitting here going, I know I did not see this wrong. I saw a Bud Light can. I know what they look like. They're taller than any other can that you can get commercially. So I'm like, I'm gonna follow this lady. I'm gonna just go out and pretend I'm doing carts, right? Which actually I had to do carts. This
All
bitch
right.
was literally walking with a fucking cart and was fucking like stumbling with the cart. And she got to her car, which was a brand new Mercedes SUV. Got in the SUV and drove off, and I couldn't get the plates in time. So like I was trying to pull out my phone, but I couldn't get the plates in time. It was a white Mercedes, and I'm sitting here going, "Are you fucking serious right now? This bitch was lit more than fucking daylight, and she just got into her brand new Mercedes. My God, the nerve of people! It's
All
just
right.
these are the stories. So Charlie, now you got to tell the Heath.
Wait,
Heath
real quick.
story.
Real quick. I'm gonna get my charger. I'll be right back. Okay.
Actually, you know,
All right.
I'm gonna potty break.
All right.
Potty break.
Yep.
Wait.
Same.
Wait.
What?
Potty break as in what? Like you're gonna leave? Are you gonna discontinue the chat right now? Or
No, it's still gonna go. I'm just gonna go use the restroom.
okay. And now a word from our fact checker.
I
All you, Charlie.
um. Okay. Uh. I don't know why they do this to me. I don't get paid for this. Boy.
What the fuck are you doing, Charlie? Wrong person. There you go.
All right. Well, this is our host's YouTube channel.
Hi.
It would be great if we could do some stuff.
Oh my God! 2 months ago? Are you shitting me?
Yeah, I wonder
Oh.
why he
How the hell?
hasn't.
I literally uploaded
improvement.
GTA Episode 2 like right after GTA Episode 5 or Episode 1, and why is it 2 months and 3 months?
You did it like at the beginning of the other month and the end of the last month. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this was on like the 30th or something, and this was on like the 2nd or something like that.
Gotcha. Anyway,
But
this is going to be the next one. So, hi. But you know, you and Jared. Well, Charlie, you got an Elgato, right?
yeah, buddy.
So why don't you start uploading?
Cause I've been waiting for you to get back so you can teach me how to edit and stuff. Remember?
I mean, you can honestly look up basic tutorials on Filmora.
That's why I have been streaming on Twitch.
By the way, Jared, we saw that. Well, I saw that.
Yeah.
Hello.
Whoa.
I can't find my charger. Not this one. I'm talking about. What the fuck is it? Here it is. All right. Okay, now I can't find my
This
plug.
is my Twitch. I am considered the very small,
I'll be right
small
back.
boy.
Again.
But yes.
All right. All right.
Oh wait.
Wait, were you streaming Apex one of the days that we were playing?
No. Remember the day you
Oh my God.
joined and I said that I was solo queuing and ranked?
Dude,
Yeah.
you should
That's
play
this
with
stream. We
See,
actually
here's the
won
thing.
the
I
game,
wish
and that was
Apex-
my 2,000 damage game as Lifeline.
Apex should honestly have 4 people. I know it'd be hectic, but it would be a lot more fun for like content creators.
One game
It'd
that
be
I
so
want
much-
to stream so badly with us three would be King.
For the King?
Yes. That would be awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of slow paced.
Yeah, but I'd be able to have the music in the background with my setup and everything.
True. I would have to learn how to record it because I'm not a streamer. I'm a recorder. I mean, well, whatever. You know what I mean?
It's literally the same thing, Christian.
Yeah.
That's the only difference is you're live streaming and you can't record it. So if you do something stupid, it's gonna be there. Which
Exactly.
honestly is gonna be funnier.
Hello.
Come with me, and you'll see a world of pure imagination.
All
Oh
right.
God.
This one goes out to you.
Oh god.
Anyway, we were just talking Apex.
Apex. All right.
Yeah. Have you heard that season 6 isn't going to include a new map?
What?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Uh
It's going to have Rampart, but no new map.
Well, at least we
Not until
figured out
season
what
7.
that gun attachment was for. Because you remember when you were playing one of those quest missions for, what was it called? The Broken Ghost for season 5?
Yep.
You go to this one attachment that looks like the Robin symbol with like an arc over it with like 5 other dots
Mm-hmm.
around it.
Yeah.
That has to do with the new legend coming out. I forget what her name is, but
Rampart.
Rampart. Yeah, that's the one. Isn't she like Indian?
Yes. Yes, she is.
Okay, yeah.
She also, in my opinion, is going to end up being superly fucking just stupid overpowered.
No, actually, me and my buddy Troy, we were talking about that. It kind of depends because if the shield is unlimited as far as protective damage goes, but limited on the time limit of which it's able to be spawned and stay spawned, kind of like Gibby's dome shield tactical, then that would be all right. But if it was unlimited on amount of time which it would be spawned, but limited on the damage that it could protect the user from, that would be okay
Dude.
too.
Okay, see, here's the thing. you guys haven't played Titanfall 2. I have.
I played Titanfall 2. I just sucked at it.
Listen, I played it with you.
Yeah, I know, but you don't understand. That shit was so overpowered even after they nerfed it. It was still stupidly overpowered because you'd use like the 50 cal sniper, the Kraber, in that game, and you'd get it one shot. Doesn't matter where you hit them. So now I want you to imagine their track record with Legends. This is
why'd you mention, was the Kraber in Titanfall?
Or not the Kraber, but it was a 50 cal sniper in it was a powerful sniper in Titanfall. And you use the shield, and it was just ungodly. So I'm wondering if it's actually going to double the power, or if it's just going to like 1.5, I guess. I don't know. It's just it's yet to be determined. I'm not entirely sure. I think she's going to be stupidly overpowered, and then she's going to get a hardcore nerf. That's my theory.
I think they're going to have like double the paywall with her, knowing EA. Oh, you want this one character? Well, she's worth $20. I'm just saying, that's been their track record.
I have a feeling that Revenant's going to get an not a upgrade, but a
buff.
He's going to get a buff, but a somewhat rework. I understand that they just
you
did
said
it where like well, I meant he.
Did you just assume his gender?
Oh my god.
Bitch,
I feel like he's gonna get a sort of rework. Guarantee it.
Jeez, that is smooth.
Talking about reworks, why hasn't Loki gotten his rework in Smite yet?
Because
it's Smite.
Yes.
See, I love Smite. I really do. But I feel like they filled their plate too hot. Like they just crammed so many gods into the game and tried to push them out so fast and evenly that they just didn't rework a lot.
Actually, the thing about the gods and stuff, they actually let the community choose how often they put gods in the game.
Yeah, that was their biggest mistake. They should have worked on balancing gods.
Wait. So the community asked for Cthulhu, but they didn't ask for motherfucking Nyarlathotep.
No, it's not that. The company still chooses which gods they put in. They let the community decide how frequently they put a god in the game.
Yeah, that was a bad mistake.
1 second. I'll be right back. The internet's unstable.
It is. Okay. Well, I'll cut this next part out, but another good subject that we can go on.
But they actually let the community choose. They were, it was one god a month, a god like every 2 weeks, or a god every 3 months, and the community chose a god a month, I believe.
Yeah, bad idea. Anyway, what's another good subject that we could bring up?
Honestly, just, I mean, there's Fall Guys, pretty good, you know. But problem is you have to have a PC for that.
Yeah.
Unless you're PS4. But we're not PS4, sadly. But I don't know. I mean, honestly, Borderlands
What's up?
3 is having some good stuff right now.
So, Jared, what's some
Borderlands
good subjects that have been on your mind lately?
Some subjects
I've
that have
named
been
off like 5 of them. So it's your
some good
guys' turn.
subjects that's been on my mind. Okay, nothing political.
Well,
Coronavirus.
I mean,
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm
okay.
kidding.
When I say political, I mean we can't be one-sided, and it can't be fucking I don't know.
Not
Yeah, you
racist,
know,
and
yeah, just not racist, not
I get you.
Not shit
yeah,
stomping on one side.
yeah.
Oh, I'm
exactly.
really good at that. I can stomp on all sides.
No.
Speaking of which, you want to know
Oh
what?
God.
Are you choosing red MAGA or blue MAGA this election? Think about it. Think about it. Now, both candidates are like borderline senile at the very least. Donald Trump literally bragged about taking his dementia test, and he was like, "Oh yes, I totally aced it." And then like you see Joe Biden in some of his interviews. Oh my god. Dude. Seriously? Seriously? Oh
I know exactly
god.
what you're talking about.
Now let me wait wait a minute. Hold on now. Oh my god. And then they were both accused of rape.
Oh fuck. Jesus Christ.
Think about that. Both were not proven. Both were fought in court, and both have yet to have a case that legitimately goes against them.
Jesus Christ.
And then on top of that, both of their target parties, Joe Biden for Democrats / progressives, and Donald Trump for Republicans who love guns, both of them are not even going to do what they're supposed to do. Like, when Donald Trump got elected, he's like, dude, he said some weird shit. He's like, if I went in the streets and shot somebody, I could shoot somebody with a gun, and nobody would indict me. It's like, yeah, okay.
Wait, what?
No,
What?
look in the fucking look at the rallies that he had in like 2015, 2016. There's literally a video of him saying like, I could shoot somebody, and a lot of you guys watch. Okay.
What the shit?
Yeah, I keep
Okay.
tabs on everybody.
Maybe we should like divert like sideways from politics. Maybe we
just-
should not bring this shit up right now. No.
Okay. But case in point, both of our politicians suck. That is why I implore all of you to vote for Arthur Fleck 2020. Campaign slogan, you get what you fucking deserve. Isn't that a good America?
God damn
Seriously though, that's my vote.
it.
Like, our election system is such a joke now.
Are you reading this right now?
Yeah, you can look that up. It's a legitimate quote.
What the fuck? I'll be honest with you. I think both sides are fucking retarded. I just kind of.
Me too.
I'm just. I didn't even know what to do. I really don't. I have no idea. But
legit,
anyway,
that's
let's
why
get
I'm
off
voting.
this subject because I fucking hate talking about politics. Anyway, let's talk about your breakout film where you play a psychotic post-apocalyptic. I can never fucking speak. I swear to God. Apocalyptic character.
Apocalyptic. A
Shut up.
apocalyptic.
I'm sorry for anybody
Good job,
watching
Tupac.
that has people that that they know of who are deaf. I am sorry.
It's a joke. It's a joke. I don't discriminate against deaf people. I joke about everybody equally because I feel like if we bring all of our differences to the table and be able to joke about them, then we'll be able to tolerate each other a little more. You know, that's sort of my mentality on it. Like, if you get with a crew of people who don't like a particular
Charlie, there's a
set of
doggo in
jokes.
your room.
Oh, where's the doggo? Oh, but anyways, if you get with a group of people who don't like a particular set of jokes, that's totally fine. That's all right. I'll respect them. I won't tell those jokes in front of those people. Personally, I'm bisexual. I don't mind if people make any edgy homosexual or bisexual jokes. Why? Because I had to endure that most of my life. And dark humor is sort of my way of coping with certain things. You know? I think that, I mean, I feel like the cancel culture going on, just to touch on it briefly, I don't know. I don't really accept it because a lot of people change. I mean, a lot of, let's be honest, a lot of people were edgy when they were in middle school, right? Like they were drawing penises in books and shit, and they'd go to each picture in the dictionary and they'd be like, fuck my ass, and they draw like a fucking thought bubble or a word bubble, you know? And then, you know what, like 10 years later, they're distinguished adults. Maybe they've gone through college. Maybe they're way past that point. Maybe they're not. I feel like we should judge people on their characters in the present and not necessarily the characters of their past, because like even James Gunn, he, you know, the director of Guardians of the Galaxy, he got canceled and fired by Marvel Studios for making a bunch of edgy jokes in like 2012. Mind you, this was like a year or two before he even got hired by the studio to make Guardians of the Galaxy. If, I don't know, like, yeah,
I hate to break it to people, but people need to fucking just grow a set. I feel like everybody nowadays is just too sensitive to shit.
Talking
I
about
was brought up.
moral and inside middle school, I have a tile on a moral in my middle school.
I don't know. I just feel like people are too sissy nowadays. Well, not sissy, but you know what I mean. They need to learn to take a fucking
There's
joke.
no backbone.
There's no backbone at all. They need to grow a set. I don't know. I feel like comedians are really taking a fucking hit because the people are like, "Oh, well, you offended me," and all they're trying to do is tell some jokes so people will laugh and they can pay for their fucking bills.
I'll bring up a legitimate point. So there was a Netflix series called Dear White People, which was supposedly supposed to be a parody of like white people stereotypes. If that's not the humor that's tailored for you, then by all means don't watch it.
Yeah.
If you don't like Dave Chappelle's humor where he's making fun of both people of color and white people, it's okay. Don't watch him. Personally, I feel like Dave Chappelle is one of my inspirations. You know, he doesn't just make edgy humor to make edgy humor. He actually makes edgy humor to prove a point. Like when he was playing that blind African American Ku Klux Klan member. That skit was hilarious. Oh my God. Or like Uncle Ruckus from Boondocks. Jeez.
I feel like people need just seriously just step out of their comfort zone and just know that every, well, not everybody's joking, but when these comedians go up on a fucking stage, it's just an act. It's just a joke. That's all it is.
Yeah, because I feel like a lot of people they are religious or they do have some sort of higher power that they believe in. They may also be people of color. They may also identify with another sexuality or another gender. I feel like we should be more accepting towards it because one thing to start, one thing that humans are good at is either thinking negatively or just doing heinous shit. You look at the Holocaust, you look at how we grew up as societies, like since the dawn of mankind, dude, we were fighting for resources. We didn't have concepts like morality like we do now. We we take that for granted as first world societies. I mean, even
You know
Native
what's funny?
Americans, people of color, white people, all over the world, that's how we operated, and especially in the Euro-Asian continents, because they were bigger continents, true, but they weren't as plentiful in resources as North America. Are you kidding me? You look at the geography of that.
Look, here's all I'm gonna say. I was watching Midway the other day, and I honestly, it was kind of like an epiphany in my brain. Those days, like World War I, World War II, our country was together. It didn't matter what the fuck you were. If you were green, it didn't matter. We were together because we were fighting a world fucking war. Everybody didn't care. We were all part of the same fucking faction, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Then this generation comes and it's like this coronavirus hits. Nobody gives a fuck. Everybody doesn't care. Everybody's just kind of like fending for themselves. We didn't pull together. We haven't pulled together. And I honestly think if we do pull together, things would move so much smoothly, so much more smooth. But that's just my honest opinion. Back then, we just kind of, we had this world
When
crisis.
everyone
We
tried
knew
to
that,
steal all the water.
yeah, I know, right? And we just kind of pulled together in this time of crisis. And nowadays, it's just kind of like fend for yourself. Fuck you. I don't care. I'm fending from, I don't know. It's just kind of ridiculous when I think
That's
about
one
it.
thing that I did like about what our store did, at least when this all started. Obviously,
Right.
people during while everything was starting, people tried to grab everything they could, tried to take everything.
Yeah.
We had to
uh,
limit the paper
oh my
products
god.
and water and eggs and stuff like that to like two things. It ended up going down to one per like order. And I remember one day, obviously also before I start that, we also prioritized the elderly to get the stuff first.
Right.
Yeah. Which I respect a
Yeah.
lot.
And then I remember one day there was we were completely gone, devastated of like toilet paper, paper towels, all that stuff. And we recently got a load of that, and they were still in like the boxes and stuff. And there was a dude that came in, and we at the time it was still like two per order and stuff. The dude tried to come in, grab two full of boxes of the stuff, and be like, "Yeah, it's two per order, right?" So he grabbed two of the boxes and tried to buy it. We're like, "We mean two of the order of the stuff that's inside the boxes, or not the actual boxes." And he's like, this bullshit. I've been waiting since I got off at Home Depot at 10 o'clock. It's nearly 1 o'clock. Let me
Oh
buy
my
this shit."
god.
Keep in mind, there was an older woman behind him, and she literally asked the man, "Oh, it's fine, sweetie. You don't have to put away all of it. If you could give me two of the thing that's inside there, I'll take that, and then we can go back together and put it on the shelf." And I was bagging at the time. I thought, wow, that's a really nice gesture, really sweet of the woman. The dude turns around and says, fuck you, you old hag. This is mine. And then he tried to walk out of the store with all of it.
Did he
This
at
is
least
what I'm
get
talking
stopped by
about.
acid protection or what?
There is no
Oh, it
acid
was,
protection.
yeah, there was no
Ah!
protection. So my manager at the time was doing the cashier. He literally started like stomping over to the guy to stop him from leaving the store. And then he closed the I think he closed the door so he couldn't leave until he put the stuff back. And the entire time he's like screaming freaking at the top of his lungs and stuff. I'm like, yeah,
See, this is what
it's
I'm talking
toilet.
about. If we all came to fucking together as a country, we honestly would excel at things. But everybody's just too offended by the other party, and it's just fucking, it's ridiculous. We just need to get over it, fucking grow a backbone, and just learn to live with each other.
Actually,
Swear to
that's
God.
why, to tie into it in a funny way, you remember that message that you got from Instagram?
Oh my fucking God, Jared. God damn it.
But seriously, you know what I do personally? I like to set up individual accounts and follow certain political accounts from different ideologies. So I'll follow not only the conservative accounts, but I'll follow a bunch of like alt-right, right authoritarian, left authoritarian, libertarian left, libertarian right accounts. So I get a bunch of ideas from all across the board. If I had to say something in a nutshell, I guess I would probably identify a little more libertarian right, although I don't know if I'd say I'm a libertarian. It's a weird thing about libertarianism because some people are just like, hey, we just want less government, less taxes, and we want more autonomy over people. And then other people are like, well, technically, if she says that it's legal, then having sex with a 13-year-old, you know what I mean? Like, it's weird.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Weird shit. So I get a bunch of people's opinions off the bat. But you know what I've noticed? Ever since George Floyd, a lot of people agree that a lot of the police brutality, regardless of their actual stance on it, whether it's perpetrated by systematic racism or just abuse of power, people generally agree that police brutality is wrong. I feel like if we just come together on smaller issues as opposed to weaponizing each other, against one another on particular issues, then we'll get a lot more done. Because I feel like our politicians on both sides, geez, they thrive off of that sort of propaganda. Like you look at, who was the Democratic nominee from Hawaii? I forget her name. Tulsi Gabbard. Yeah. She was like almost completely silenced at the 2019 DNCs. Like she didn't even get a chance to talk. You can't even have a debate with very many people on the internet because they'll use a bunch of illogical fallacies. And then when you get to like presidential debates, what, this year, 2 guys were speaking Spanish. One person said that she was 1 in 1024th Native American Cherokee. And then another guy said that he was gay. And then another person said that he had a gay son. Like, what the fuck? We don't... Dude, look, trust me. I love dick. I don't care if you're gay. Damn, dude. I just care if you're actually capable of running this country. I know our current president is not. You should probably stick to real estate where he belongs. Actually, even then, that's kind of debatable. Anyways, the point is, like, I don't care if you're gay, black, Asian, brown, orange, Superman, Kid Rock, whatever. I don't care who the fuck you are. I just care if you're capable of running this country.
Same.
God damn it. Like, I
I
don't
don't
even
give
care
a
if
fuck
you're...
what party you are.
I don't
If
even
you're
care if
able
you
to-
identify with the American Communist Party. If you can run this country
fuck.
properly.
Well, wait,
No,
hold
no,
up,
no.
hold
Hear me
up,
out.
hold
Hear me
Hold
out.
on, wait, Jared, wait.
Hear me out. If you're just gonna start on small-term issues like better medical insurance, more affordable college, and you're just gonna work on those issues and build on those issues, and then not make us, like keep us as a free market, I will have a pretty decent amount of respect for you as an individual. But if you say you're going to protect like the Second Amendment and then turn around and ban more legislation than the previous administration, then you're a lying piece of shit. By the way, that's Donald Trump.
Okay. We should steer off of politics because like I
Let's
said, it's
talk
going down
about-
a fucking a landslide.
It is an
What's
interesting topic.
It is an interesting topic, but then it also gets fucking people heated, like the people that I said that need to grow a fucking set. Yeah.
But the thing is, like, actually, you know what? To tie that into another less political topic, let's talk about popularity.
Popularity.
Yeah, it.
I can tell you
I
my
feel like-
channel is not a fucking popular subject.
I mean, not right now, but here's the thing. There are certain, should we say, celebrities, whether they're on the internet or whether they're broadcast on the big silver screen in Hollywood making a bunch of shitty action movies. My name's Don Toretto, and I like dick in my butt. I'm sorry. Anyways. But
Hey, you know what? No, hold on a second. Now, I gotta say something. Fast and the Furious 1 and 2, those were good films. After that, yeah, not really. Anyway, him playing as
real
Riddick.
quick, I'll be right back.
Oh my god. Him playing as Riddick was honestly, it was like Ron Perlman playing Hellboy. There's like, you couldn't pick anybody else to do that.
If we're talking about popularity, I remember the
dude.
most popular I ever got at school was
Remember
when,
that? Remember when that was a thing? Remember 2015? Remember?
I don't want to.
I
I
hated
suppressed that from my memory.
I hated Vine. Oh my god.
Anyway, listen, him playing as Riddick was honestly like Ron Perlman doing Hellboy. Like, there's no other person that could play him.
I'd say it's more like Robert Downey Jr. playing Iron Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I
Yeah.
actually enjoyed Riddick, even though it was like, it wasn't like a 10 out of 10 movie, but it was a movie
Like,
that was
Pitch Black
enjoyable.
was a good movie. The Chronicles of Riddick, it was okay. Then the actual movie Riddick was good because it kind of went back to the roots of Pitch Black. But I'm kind of looking forward to the next installment. I don't
Weren't
know
there
when
like
it's going to
four?
be.
Well, I mean, there were 4 movies, and then there was an anime with the voice actor Vin Diesel.
Yeah, no, there was only 3. There's only 3. There was Pitch Black.
Wait,
Then there was the
no.
Chronicles of Riddick.
Hang on, no. There were 4, because weren't there? I'm pretty sure, because there were the first 3 movies.
If you're counting the anime that was made, the animation,
That'd make
that
it
was made.
5, right?
No, that's 4. There was a video game that was made.
Well, no, I'm not counting the video game. I'm counting the. Wasn't there a 4th movie? Charlie, look this up.
I already am.
Yeah, there was only 3. That's what I thought.
What?
And then there's the anime, which is the 4th one,
There were.
which is the interlude to Chronicles of Riddick. Trust
I
me,
thought
dude.
there were
I know this
4.
very well.
Okay,
There was Pitch
nerd.
Black, the the Chronicles of Riddick that was the animation before the actual movie, then the movie Riddick, and then there's now going to be a fourth, if you want to say fifth, installment that's actually coming. But
I feel like the anime was like a 1.5 because this came almost right after the events of the first one. Because then you see what's her face going towards the path of like sort of a bloodlust.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that voice
Did you
crack.
see it?
Yes, I have.
Okay. It almost looked like Invader Zim.
I must
One
say,
character you remember?
have you seen you've seen the Bill and Ted's, right?
Dude.
I don't know if I'm excited to see this third one.
That's the thing about movies these days, man.
They
keep-
waited too long. They
Yeah,
waited way
'cause,
too
like,
long.
10 years would have been okay.
Yeah.
Dude, this was like, when was Bill and Ted made? You know what? I'm gonna look.
When was Bill and Ted made? The very first one, not the Bogus Adventure. Because that was a while ago, but I love the first one and then the second one, but they just waited too long. Because then, you know what's funny is it's John Wick that kind of ruined it. Okay, so 1989, 1991. Yeah, they waited too long.
That's 30 years, man.
Yeah.
10 years, maybe. Okay, well, I mean, after the sequel to Bill and Ted,
Yeah.
the first one, maybe 10 years would have been okay. But dude, this was like 30 years.
Yeah.
That's what I feel about like movie sequels. I mean, even if you look at Blade Runner, it wasn't a terrible movie. I feel like Harrison Ford stayed true to his character.
Yeah, he
But I
did.
feel like the script was written to where Ryan Gosling was sort of a throwaway character. He didn't have much purpose. Ryan
Yeah,
Gosling
he
is a
didn't.
pretty good
Dude,
actor,
I watched it
but
and
they
I honestly,
underutilized him, you know?
I was hoping that he would be the person that they were talking about, and then all of a sudden it's just like, no, you're not that fucking person. And it's like, wow. Okay, so the main fucking person that we're watching doesn't even really have a distinctive purpose. Like, there's no point in
He
following
should have
him at
been
all.
filming with like It's like he should have been filming with fucking Sylvester Stallone because he literally is an expendable character.
Fucking God.
I mean, I'm not. No. Hey, Ryan Gosling, I love you. You are a sexy gentleman. If you're watching this, you were not a terrible character. You're a great actor. I respect your skill. But the people who wrote the script, they drastically underutilized the script. You know what I mean? Like he
You know, okay, so one of the things that I did want to bring up before I lost track of it.
right.
One of the sequels that I am looking forward to that
What?
was a completely underrated movie was Constantine. Because Keanu actually signed on for a sequel.
Really?
Yeah. I'm honestly excited for that one.
I did call you a nerd earlier, but if I'm being completely, I'll be right back. I'll be right back. 1 second.
Here it goes. He's gonna break out the fucking comic books. I'm telling you right now.
Oh God.
How long have we been going?
We've been for about
2 hours?
Bruh.
2.5 hours.
I'm just saying. Heavy nerd. I am a huge nerd for DC, especially DC. You know, Green Lanterns under Jeff Johns, fucking Kingdom Come, fucking the Batman Who Laughs. I love you,
Okay,
Scott
so
Snyder.
wait, now,
Mm.
Jared,
But
am I
Constantine,
incorrect in saying that Constantine in the comic books had blonde hair, right?
it's Constantine, actually. Actually, it's.
Don't
You can
start.
look it up too. You can look it up if you want to, but it's Constantine.
I don't give a shit. You know what? Constantine sounds so much better. I
Hey,
don't give a fuck.
hey, fucking guy. It's Constantine.
Did
There was a comic strip.
Constantine have blonde hair?
Yes, but his name was also Constantine, and he was one of the most powerful magic users to where he wouldn't get accepted into hell because he made a deal with angels and demons. To where if he made a deal with demons, then there would be an all-out war with angels because he also made a deal with them. So more
Now,
or
let
less,
me ask you
stuck in
something. The movie
limbo.
Constantine, when's the last time that you actually watched that movie?
Probably like a couple years ago. Yeah.
What did you think of the movie?
It was all right. It wasn't amazing, but it wasn't terrible.
I
Like
honestly think that it was one of my favorite movies.
on a
Now,
scale of
I understand that it didn't exactly follow the comic books,
on a
but I
scale
think
of Iron Man to Steel with Shaq, I'd say it hit a pretty solid Netflix Daredevil, which is a pretty good rating. So like an 7 out of 10.
yeah,
Yeah.
but
So like
he
wasn't
signed on to
terrible,
do
but
a
it was good
sequel,
enough.
which I'm excited.
They need to make a good fucking Green Lantern movie. Like if they
Oh
want to
God.
get
What are you talking about? They already have.
Don't even go there, Charlie. I swear to God.
Hey,
Even
don't
I
shit on
agree
Green
with
Lantern.
Ryan Reynolds.
Don't shit on Green
I
Lantern.
was joking.
It was nice to see Ryan Reynolds in that sexy CGI outfit. Oh my god!
Don't make the super suit green or animated.
No, but what actually makes me sad was that Mark Strong was a pretty good Sinestro. That the script was
Yeah,
just
he
shit.
was. He was.
Especially
I'll
when
admit
you
that.
consider the actual Green Lantern series, because Sinestro actually was more or less an anti-hero. He wasn't necessarily a villain. Um, if you look at the comics, basically he stumbled upon a dying Green Lantern. He fought off the foes that essentially killed the Green Lantern. But when the Green Lantern asked for his ring back, Sinestro refused to give it back, let him die, discovered the power, got inducted into the Corps, saw his planet's political troubles, decided to rule over the planet like an authoritarian figure. Hal Jordan discovered this and got the Green Lantern Corps to arrest him and was transported to the antimatter universe. Thus, he discovered the Quardians, taught him how to forge the Yellow Lantern ring, which was based on the power of fear. He created his own Corps. He started killing off Green Lanterns. Their initial weakness, the Green Lanterns, was the color yellow, which was fucking stupid, I'll admit myself. But Jeff Johns, he was like, all right, so the Green Lanterns, yes, they are weakened to the Yellow Lanterns, but only until they actually harden their willpower because, and I'll get into that in a second, but basically they also couldn't kill either. But since the Yellow Lanterns, the Sinestro Corps, are killing the whole group of people, the Green Lanterns, the Guardians decided that lethal force was authorized under certain circumstances, and thus they had an all-out war where a cyborg Superman, um, the Anti-Monitor, and Superboy Prime, you can look that up. He's the most powerful Superman, arguably. they were on the Sinestro Corps, and then every other person they were fighting with, the Green Lanterns. Green Lanterns won. Sinestro got arrested, and then Sinestro sort of chuckled when he was going to prison. And then Hal Jordan's like, "What's so funny?" And then Sinestro was like, "When I was in the Green Lantern Corps, you guys couldn't do whatever it takes to win. But ever since I started killing your people, you guys finally authorized lethal force. So even though my Lantern Corps still won, my ideology won." And like that's what makes him a compelling character. He's not like the golden age or silver age of supervillains. He's actually a distinguished villain with legitimate goals. He plays the whole cloak and dagger shit. And that's what I want more of. That's why I like Watchmen.
Okay, can I ask you something?
Sure.
What is your thoughts on the fact that Ash Williams was not implicated into the new Mortal Kombat game?
Is that mine? Wait, me? Well, one sec. Oh, yeah. Sorry. My thoughts on that, I'm actually very big sad. Big sad.
Yeah. I was too, because like everything pointed towards him being in the game, but apparently they couldn't get rights. And it ended up being. Now, listen, I love the Joker, okay? One of my all-time favorite supervillains.
Dude,
But I
NetherRealm
honestly
did
would
him
have.
wrong. They did him
They
dirty.
did him wrong on top of the fact that I would have rather had Ash Williams. I'm going to be honest with you.
If we're talking about NetherRealm Studios, they did Superman wrong a bit too, because granted, the Dark Multiverse and the current line of Grant Morrison and Scott Snyder books, which goes under the Dark Knight's Metal and Dark Knight's Death Metal series.
Yeah.
Fairly new concept, so they could not have predicted this. I feel like it doesn't work, because if you go into comics, the only evil Supermen are the Superman of the Red Sun universe, where the Man of Steel was actually the ruler over Russia, and he landed in Russia instead of Smallville, Kentucky. Hence the play on the name. Whereas Stalin was the Man of Russia, Superman 2 became the Man of Steel.
Yeah.
You remember World War II? Yeah, so that's one of the biggest reasons why they did a play on that. And it would later be known as Earth 3, where instead of the Justice League, they'd have the Crime Syndicate, where instead of superheroes, they'd be supervillains. And the moral compass was drastically skewed. Whereas Superman would be evil in that universe, a lot of the villains, they'd be a little less villainous, if that makes sense. There's also a movie that spins off Lex Luthor as sort of a hero of that universe, but that's an animated series. They always get the comics wrong. But
I don't know. It's just the fact that like RoboCop was kind of like a weird thing that just kind of like out of nowhere, right?
Yeah.
Am I the only one that thinks that? It's just kind of like
I don't know what
all of a sudden RoboCop comes in there. I feel like that was a last minute replacement for, like, I know the Joker was kind of a last minute replacement, but RoboCop really feels like, well, what other character could we throw in there for?
If we're really talking
whatever
about
reason.
Mortal Kombat, I actually took the time to play some of the other old Midway games. When you look at Shao Kahn, he was actually a badass. He was very pragmatic, very intelligent about his decisions to either play by brutal force or play with cloak and dagger techniques when he was trying to usurp his master, Onaga.
Yeah,
But in the new series, ever since like Mortal Kombat X, he's a fucking retard. like,
pretty much.
it, like you got a hint of his greatness in Mortal Kombat 11, but that was only in the aftermath update. Like the rest of the time, he's just fucking. He gets his ass handed to him by Katana. Really? Why? Come on, man. You know what that's on par with? That's like. Okay, hang on. Hmm. Let me think. Let me think real quick. It would be like you watch Doctor Strange.
Yes.
It'd be
Yeah.
like Dormammu getting his ass handed to him by Squirrel Girl. Like, I'm sure she's. I'm sure she's somewhat capable, if I'm going to be polite. But a person of Dormammu's stature. So there's Thanos without the Infinity Gauntlet, and then here's Dormammu. Notice how my hand's not even on the screen. Motherfucker's powerful, especially in his realm. Read Doctor Strange. I'm telling you, man. Like, that motherfucker is powerful. He would if Galactus went to his realm, he'd probably hand his ass to him on a golden plate. Like,
Isn't there
within
actually a
seconds.
comic of that?
There's a comic where Galactus basically absorbs Dormammu's powers and faces off against the Sorcerer Supreme, Doctor Strange, but that's a recent comic, and that's not really... Here's the thing about comic book creators. It's like a lot of, depending on the writer, they'll have a bunch of MacGuffins. So with Thor, with Donny Cates, Thor actually gets respect on his name, but Jason Aaron, he's a little bitch. Like, he loses Mjolnir. Mjolnir goes to his girlfriend, and she becomes Thor. And he gets his ass handed to him by, like, Captain Marvel, who he could easily serve. Like, that's what's weird about comics. There isn't... Based on the actual powers themselves, if you were to debate this logically with other comic book readers, you could say that there are certain truths about comic book characters, but what a lot of comic book characters and writers like to say is like, oh, well, this was written, so technically it's true, but it's like, one, that could be retconned easily, especially when each respective comic book company is losing money because of their shitty decision. And two, logically, that's still not true, even though it was written in like Superman isn't gay. They made Superman gay for a time. He actually got pink kryptonite. He dressed in pink and he was gay. Look that shit up. I'm not shitting you.
Wait, are you shitting me? Charlie, look this up right now.
Look it up.
Wait, are you fucking serious?
You're gonna love this, Christian.
Not that I have a problem with gay people. Trust me, I do
You're
not.
gonna love this.
No, I'm not offended. I'm bisexual. I get it. Superman's not gay. He loves Lois Lane, and he has a clone called Connor Kent, but in the recent line of comics, he has an actual child called Jonathan Kent. He's not gay by any means. Might be bisexual, but that has yet to be determined.
Trying to find the pink suit picture.
Actually, if we're gonna speak about that, let's say you say that Harley Quinn or Wonder Woman is bisexual. I could honestly understand that. Wonder Woman, she's born on an island with other women where men were banned from stepping foot on the island. I can understand that, honestly. If you're going to make an actual character like...
Charlie, I'm afraid of your search history right now.
I'll be fine.
Oh my god, it's so hot!
What the fuck?
I'm very scared right now on the
I
fact
actually-
of like what I'm gonna have to blur.
Nah,
Why are
you'll
you
be
gonna
fine.
blur it, you homophobe?
Not in the fact that I'm afraid of what's going to come.
Jeez. By the way, I like
And
the
ignore
comic that you bought me. It's quite enjoyable. I still have it, Christian.
You know what's funny about that is I actually bought that on set of a production. I
Oh,
was in the middle of doing "I Hope You Die," which was about a kid with Asperger's and bipolar syndrome,
oh,
and
right.
he
I
was
remember that one.
obsessed. He was obsessed with comic books, and I kind of related. Not in the fact of the Asperger's and the bipolar syndrome, but I love comic books, and so do you. So we actually got to shoot at a comic book store.
Oh yeah.
Oh my
You like
god, dude!
comic
On
books?
my lunch break, I didn't even eat lunch. I literally just stayed in the comic book area,
Oh yes.
and I
you
just
like
read
comic
comics.
books? Well, tell me, who was the first person who became Ion in Detective Comics?
Go ahead.
Anyway, back to my question that I asked about like 30 minutes ago. I'm not entirely sure, but how was
Rainer.
your first production?
It's all right. Granted, we were working. I mean, okay, two things. One, we were working with a pretty slim, I'd say 12 to 13 person skeleton crew, where even the actors and actresses were helping with the set. So I was an extra, but I was also half the time like operating the boomstick, which if you don't know what that is, that means it's that big ass microphone that's like 1.5 to 2 feet long that captures the audio of each scene. And then a bunch of people were doing the same thing. So like even the camera guy at one point, one of the camera guys,
So it was
he
a
became one of the
collective
characters.
effort.
Right, yeah. Except the main actress, Gracie Lacey. I'm not even shitting you. That's her actual birth name. You go look her up.
You're
She's
kidding.
actually
Really?
no, not shitting you. Gracie Lacey. Go ahead, look that up. Gracie, and then last name Lacey. She's actually pretty cool, pretty chill person. I like her a lot. We had a lot of fun on set. But she was the main actress for the project. And granted that this is only like a student project. I don't even know if it's going to be pushed out to like some sort of film festival. I'm crossing my fingers it is. But anyways, that being said, so one, skeleton crew. Two, student project. Yeah. So I'm very
I remember receiving a Snapchat from you in the John saying that you
Whoa. Okay. Don't.
saying that you pretty much it was
Okay.
the first time
Let me-
using
let
a
me-
toilet.
Let me tell the story. Let me tell the story correctly. All right. So, I ain't gonna tell you the name of the film because I don't know if that's gonna fuck with the director's chances.
Don't.
Yeah. So, we were filming in an undisclosed area, basically in the middle of nowhere where it was hot as shit, but it was still a fairly foresty area. So there were a bunch of like big ass trees that looked like pine woods, just in the middle of nowhere, no reception. We were filming there for like 6 days. It wasn't the first film project that I was a part of. Granted, I was only ever an extra if I was a part of a film project, like with yours, Christian.
Yeah,
But I was
viral. I remember that. I remember getting a bunch of fucking photos from my phone that I had given you. I'm looking at a bunch of like 20, 30 photos of you just staring into my fucking camera. Just
Wait, what? Wait, what?
oh yeah, I still have them
From who?
from you. I had given you my camera or my phone, I should say. And you know what's funny is I'm probably going to include this in the podcast. I'm probably
All
going
right.
to insert it
All right.
of footage from that thing of you going like in the corner, just like, and like moving out of frame. Some of the funniest shit I've ever seen. I was literally editing it, and I was like, "This is such a dark scene," and then I saw you and move out of frame.
Okay, so for
Oh.
context, that wasn't for. Was that for viral? Yeah, that was for
Yes,
viral.
that was for viral.
So you were talking with the director, and he said that he needed another guy. He said that he'd be able to pay like under the table cash. So I accepted, obviously. Unbeknownst to me, so the movie was about some guy basically doing some world star shit where he started filming like random shit that would happen in public. And the premise of the movie was just to show how fucked up that human beings have gotten about the internet and like world star shit, where they would see something shitty happen but not really do anything about it except record the incident and be like,
Yep.
Oh my god, bro. Whoa.
you know. So
Yeah.
I was one of the background people. I guess I would call myself a creeper because I remember distinctively I was wearing this like shitty faux leather vest jacket with some like sweatshirt sleeves.
And you were wearing
And
a hood too, a hoodie.
yeah, that was faux leather too, right? Yeah. So
Mhm.
I was always in the background on certain scenes, just filming like, I mean, not like that, but I was obviously where I should not have been. And I was just doing that the whole time. I was like this fucking nerd with a shitty jacket. Just
I don't even
filming
remember
shit.
how exactly you got that job because I remember, didn't somebody drop you off or did we pick you up? I can't remember.
You did.
Yeah, I did pick you up because he said he needed extras and he didn't really care. So I just ended up picking you up.
But with the other project that I was a part of, in a nutshell, basically, it follows this. It's unbeknownst to the audience how the apocalypse came about, but it's just following this one woman, approximately in their mid-20s, surviving the apocalypse in solitude, and then coming across a couple of apocalypse survivors who happen to be stationed on a work camp, of course, against their will. It's kind of, it's kind of weird mentioning that. But anyways, so they escape from a raiders work camp, and one of the gentlemen got stuck in the main character's bear trap. The woman reluctantly decided to save the man and treat his wounds from the trap that she set up around her camp. They get to know each other a little more. While one of the men is fairly optimistic and tries to manipulate his comrade into agreeing to get some help because he stepped in the bear trap. The other gentleman is fairly pragmatic and skeptical of other people, as is the main character of the project, the woman. And the woman is finally interacting with people after such a huge amount of time. It's sort of left ambiguous as to whether or not she had a special interest, like in a relationship before the apocalypse started. But it's assumed that because of certain events that she decided solitude was the best idea because and I personally, if I'm being really honest, I feel like it's a good script. Someone who's been through a lot, especially in an apocalypse, I don't think they'd like to set up with other survivors. I feel like solitude would be the best idea because she she also thinks fairly pragmatically, except in the sense where she's a complete isolationist, you know?
Yeah.
So she's going for a hike one day after she has her newly found friends stay at her camp. And all of a sudden, she sees a group of raiders, which I'm a part of. And so she decides to run away because she's like, okay, shit, this is why
Which, by the way, you need to send me those photos again so that I can incorporate this into the video, like photos of the
I
character.
actually have the mask right here, but I'll tell you about that in a second. So she walks away thinking like, oh shit, this is why I don't accept people. But the day before, she saw another survivor trying to raid through her supplies because he was very malnourished. But out of the kindness of her heart, she allowed the survivor to take a few things of canned goods. That was really the extent of her kindness to other fellow survivors up until she came across the two that are very important to the story. I played an extra as one of the raiders from said raider camp where the two main characters escaped from. And actually, I'll show you right now. Give me a second.
All right.
All right. So what happened in that scene is when the woman was going for a hike, the two gentlemen were still asleep. And so I was actually talking with one of the actors who happened to be my brother, and the other guy who happened to be like best friends with him and working on certain side projects. And they're like, they saw me playing on the prop guitar. It was literally, so if you don't know anything about a guitar, first of all, so this would be one of the nuts for the guitar where the strings rest through, and then they would run into the tuning heads. And if you go down, this right here would be the bridge of the guitar, which holds the strings so that you can play them. So if either of those components aren't in place, the strings won't play as well. But also, there's typically a metal rod that runs up the neck of the guitar called a truss rod, which keeps the neck sturdy enough for you to hold down the frets, these little spaces, like with the divided lines, play notes. You know, and so when I looked at the guitar, I couldn't play it. It was really fucked up, and I couldn't play on the first 5 frets. So what I did is I got a wood chip offset. I got a little saw, and I sawed off little grooves to make a makeshift bridge. I put it right here, just jammed it right into the fucking strings, and I was able to play it. And so then one of the days shooting, my brother and his buddy were like, and I'm like, you know what? Since I'm supposed to be a raider, and I'm in like this fucking hick ass state, I'm gonna get a cam. I'm gonna play slide guitar. So we went to the director, and luckily enough, he was one of my best friends, like way back when. So he's like, all right, let's hear it. So I went, wait. And then that was when the two characters, the escapees, were sleeping, and they were just waking up. And I tossed the candles, and then I put on the mask. Let me see. That's what I looked like, but I was shirtless with the fucking tactical vest. And so when I played that riff, so I was like, Well, now, looks like you two chose the wrong time to get caught now, didn't you? And so next thing you know, they're getting interrogated by the head raider of the crew. So there was him, there was me, who was like the enforcer. I'm some skinny motherfucker, but still seemingly loved to toy with his prey and loved violence. And then there was some dumb shit who acted like he stumbled out of the Three Stooges. And he was the third character. So it's the head raider interrogating me, sort of beating the shit out of people. So I got like this big stick, and I was supposed to jab one of the guys in the stomach, but I talked to the director and I was like, you know what? Nah, I ain't gonna jab him. If I'm some sadistic motherfucker, I'm gonna take that fucking staff, I'm gonna swing that shit like a baseball bat. Like, we're going fucking Vietnam in this bitch. Like, beating motherfuckers, beating POWs with fucking bamboo sticks and shit. Are you kidding me? This is a post-apocalyptic times, and I want to keep someone doing their work and releasing information. Fuck, dude. I'm gonna be violent as shit. And it was at that moment that I knew that was the perfect character for me.
You know, I have a script I'm writing right now. And I don't know if you're 100% announced to skinwalkers.
Bruh, look at my skin. Who the fuck do you think I am? Indian? Nah, man.
Yes.
Okay, I'm American Indian. That's actually okay. In my defense, that is technically a politically correct term because a lot of, should we say, Native Americans or indigenous peoples are actually okay with that term. I have interviewed a few of them, and I can confess with all honesty that that is not against political correctness. Don't sue me! But anyways, yes, I am part American Indian. I just happen to look
And-
like a part tracker.
Anyway, that would make a great addition. But I do want to get on the subject of
Skinwalkers?
when the fucking bat flew in my fucking room.
Wait,
Charlie, do you want to
what
shine some light on this subject? Because I
remember-
it was
You
Oh,
were
dude.
pretty blitzed out of your mind. I think we were playing Apex.
Yep.
I think
I was wait a second. I was blitzed out of my mind, but I did not fucking imagine this fucking bat that was in my room. In this room. I don't
katana, by the way, like a katana set.
Yes, it's the katana set. Yes.
Oh yeah, that's right. I remember that. I like that.
Wait.
So he's gonna show his katana signed by Randy Jackson. Some fucking borderline Step Brothers move, you fucking dickhead. Hi, Christian.
I swear to God. Okay, so we finished playing Apex, right? We finished playing that match. And out of the corner of my fucking eye, I see something go past me, and I'm like, what was that? And that's why I told you guys, I was like, I think some fucking's in here. And you were like, nah, you're just fucking imagining shit. And all of a sudden, I swear to God, I looked this way, and a fucking bat came flying towards my face, past here, and then into my bathroom area. And I literally, that's...
I am Bruce Wayne. I am.
Oh, this gets better. This gets better. I threw off my headphones, and the last thing that you guys fucking heard was there's a fucking bat in my room.
Wait. Why aren't you drinking? Real quick. You have been sober. You haven't been drinking. You need to drink.
On the contrary, buddy. like I said, I
That's
can
the
hold my
same as I
liquor
saw
very
it
well.
last time. I'm like barely drunk. Barely.
I can hear it in your voice. You're not barely.
I'm
Yes,
totally
I
fine.
am.
Quarter of the way there.
I'm fine.
I'm not a
Okay.
quarter of the way. Okay, well, assuming I was a quarter of the way there, that's still like 3/4 for me being like blackout, where I start sending you guys new. I mean, just being
Not me, Charlie.
I'll leave the call. Definitely leaving the call.
Anyway, I literally threw my fucking headphones off, ran out of my room, closed my door behind me, go run down all the way down the hallway,
It's 10.
turn the corner, go to my mother, and I'm like, dude, there's a fucking bat in my room right now. And she's like, she wakes up out of a fucking stupor. She's like, what? What do you mean? I go, there's a fucking bat, B-A-T, in my room. So she's kind of waking up and she's like, oh, what? So I go to my dad. And my dad works at like 6 o'clock in the morning, and this is like 1:30 in the morning. I go to my dad and I'm like, dude, you gotta fucking help me. There's a fucking bat in my room. And he goes, well, okay, all right, okay. There's a fucking bat in my room. You need to help me. Okay, all right. So I go, fuck it. I'm going back to my mother. So I go back into my mother's room. And I'm like, dude, you gotta help me get this bat out of my fucking room. So she finally gets up. We go back into my room. Well, we get to the door of my room. And I open up my door, and the motherfucker's trying to come out the door. I'm like, no. You can't come out to the living room because there's no fucking way we're going to get you out. So he's like, through. And I'm like, no. So I kind of like slowly close the door so he'll back up and then get out of the way. And I'm like, dude, this motherfucker's trying to bombard the door. You got to get in here. So we get a box, and this motherfucker's flying around the room. I had to like covertly crawl across the ground because I'm afraid of bats because they might have rabies.
That's a fair point.
And I get the controller to control my fan because I'm thinking because the last thing I want is this damn thing to die, right? That's just bad luck. And
wait, how is it bad luck?
For a bat to die, anything to die. I don't want nothing to die. I'm sorry. I'm just that way.
No. I get that. I get the sort of egalitarianism behind it, but how is that bad luck? That's not bad luck. That's just you being a good person, you know?
True. Anyway, I turn off the fan and we kind of trap it in this corner and it doesn't want to come out because I had turned off the light or I turned on the light and it was kind of like shielding its eyes because it didn't
I'll be right back, okay? I'll be right back. Continue the story because I know the story.
Yeah. And I continued. We trapped it in a corner thinking it was all fine. It was good. We didn't have to worry about it anymore. We just do it in the morning and try to get him out. So we trapped it per se, not really trapped. We just kind of put a box in front of it, hoping that it would climb into the box for some fucking reason. I don't know why. But I go back to playing Apex with the guys. And Charlie, all of a sudden, 30 minutes later, the fucking bat flies right past my face again, right in the middle of a match. And I'm like, that's it. I'm dead. I'm gone. I got to try to get this thing out. So I tried to get it out for like another 30 minutes. And it climbs under my closet and stays in my closet, clawing, trying to claw its way out of my closet all night long. I finally get it out in the morning. I put it in a pile of wood that we have in the backyard, and it's safe. I would assume. I mean, I'm pretty sure it was pretty good, okay spot for a bat because it's dark and there's probably insects that it can eat. Anyway, so that's the thing. How you doing, Charlie? I've seen that. I've looked at your hairline for a while.
I
Is
don't know.
that
I'm
A
just kind
B
of sitting
B
here.
I E?
What?
Is that ABBIE?
You don't even know how to spell her name?
Nope, not at all. I'm sorry, Abby. Not a fucking clue.
It's literally just ABBY.
Oh, okay. So it's not IE.
Hey. Oh
Anyway,
god.
how are things going on with you?
Gucci, just because I'm fact checking and you're telling stories, I'm just kind of here. Yeah.
Well, you should engage in these stories.
Yeah.
You need one of those shirts that just say anti-social social club.
I
I
kind of
love
feel
how
like
Jared.
getting one of the shirts of one of the YouTubers I watch. It is literally just the shirt says "Moving On."
I love how Jared's like, you haven't even drank. You're sober, and I'm like,
Yeah.
that company that's unbeknownst to everybody. Yeah, not sponsored.
Keep in mind, I am 20, so I am not legally allowed to drink, which is why I am drinking non-sponsored beverage. I'm a good boy.
Wait until next year.
What are you talking about? I just have to wait till Abby turns 21 this month. I can still see you in the reflection of your TV.
I know I said a second, but I'm back after about a couple minutes.
Anyway, I finished the bat story. So, Charlie, anything on your mind that you want to talk about? Any
Yeah.
facts that you've learned? Weird things that you've learned? Anything?
Do you want to talk about coronavirus again? I'm kidding.
No, do not.
I'm kidding. I'm
Stop.
kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. You said that we were getting drunk, so I did my part. You need to do your part.
All right, so
Charlie.
how about we talk about Jared finally trying out for the king?
For the king. Wait. Do you want to put your thoughts on it, or should I put my thoughts on it?
You
first?
can put your thoughts on first.
Okay.
I will allow you.
Full disclosure, as I'm going to repeat, I love comic books. That is my thing. I also love to study weird psychology books. I'm actually reading Friedrich Nietzsche and Carl Jung for the time being until I find someone else whom I'm also interested in. I do love psychology. I do love political ideology studies. I love a bunch of shit. I'm not a fucking genius, but those subjects interest me a lot, especially comic books. That being said, for some reason, I have never played Dungeons and Dragons stuff my entire life until about a couple nights ago. I still don't know much about Dungeons and Dragons. Like the closest I've legitimately gotten to that is the Bethesda Fallout series. So I'd say Fallout 4. I don't know. That's the closest. That's the closest I've gotten. One sec. I got a refill.
Okay, just out of curiosity, how much have you drank already?
Yes. Actually, where is it? Wait, did it disappear? No. I'm almost halfway down the bottle.
Did it, wait a second. Did it disappear?
Well, like the liquids inside of the bottle? No.
I'm not even gonna add on that subject. This was a brand new bottle.
Bitch! Fucking white people, I swear to God.
I
You
can hold
fucking-
my liquor, okay? That
I can hold my liquor. It's just, I can hold my liquor. Okay?
I can.
You slurred a little bit.
I know because from the alcohol, there's phlegm in my throat.
Well, why do you tease me about it? You make me sad, Christian. You tease me about my beard.
Okay, here's why
this
I
majestic
tease you,
beard.
Jared.
Look at
Is
this
because
majestic beard.
you know what? Actually, no. I'm going to save this story until Troy is on this podcast. I'm gonna save the
No,
story.
I think you got to tell it now.
No, nope. Prelude to the next episode. We're getting Troy
Fuck
on this
you.
series.
Fuck you.
Next time on Dragon Ball Z.
Next
Dragon
time
Ball
on the Random
Z.
Podcast. Troy
On the
Himmel.
next episode of the Random Podcast. I think we should have like a cool intro or something. I don't know.
See, here's the thing. I don't know if I'm gonna stick with the name, the Random Podcast. It's just what popped in my head right now. So
That's fair. We can call it caffeine, nicotine,
Caffeine.
caffeine, nicotine, and booze.
I don't do any of that.
Gay.
Okay. Wait.
Wait,
What
wait,
did you just say, Charlie?
Wait, you don't do caffeine?
I was literally about to say, I was like, I'm pretty sure that unbeknownst beverage that you're drinking right now has a lot of caffeine in it.
Oh, what are you talking about? No,
You don't drink monsters or coffees at all?
Actually, no,
he
I
doesn't.
don't.
Unfortunately, I made him try a monster one time at Halloween Horror Nights of like 3 years ago.
2 or 3
And
years
we
ago. yeah.
talk about Halloween Horror Nights. What are some of the highlights of Halloween?
Oh, let me tell you of the story that we
Okay,
did.
wait
with,
a second. Wait a second.
Oh, I think we
Listen,
got a soft
I
spot.
don't have problems with people that smoke weed, okay? I
the
don't have
story. I'm
problems with it.
excited. I'm excited. I'm gonna pour another glass.
Oh, shit.
The
I
reason
personally
for that.
do not smoke weed. And this is the reason why
Oh, you're
I
talking
do
about
not smoke
that.
weed.
No, wait a minute. There's a chance to try.
No, there is not a chance to try. I will
Yes,
never
there-
do it again. I am done with it. It's not in my
Sorry.
system. My family heritage, I
Continue.
should say.
Goddamn
I
white
was
people.
working at Halloween Horror Nights, and I was working at the Bates Motel tour.
Just kidding. I'm not racist towards white people. Full disclosure. Don't
So, no.
cancel me. All right. I'm not racist
Okay.
towards white people. I happen to be part white as well. Part, which doesn't diminish my color. All right.
Hey,
so
you know what?
fucking-
I'm part Native American.
No, you're not. You're fucking white.
You're part.
I'm
British.
10% Cherokee, bitch.
Christian, I could shoot off a cum shot and have more Cherokee Native American than me.
Wait, it's not in you though.
Yes, it is.
You about made me fucking choke on my whiskey, goddammit.
Oh,
Anyway,
Not the first time you shared that, Sean.
I used to smoke nicotine, much like Jared is doing right now.
shut up.
I went over to the smoking area because I forgot my vape, dude.
God,
And I thought I was bumping off of somebody's vape. Now,
Dumbass.
I was working at the Bates Motel, and I was supposed to be a killer clown.
The Bates Motel, for anybody who has not been to Universal Studios Los Angeles, is just a part of the lot. But when you go on one of the tram rides, they have different movie sets that are designated towards specific movie projects. So there's the War of the Worlds 747 Boeing airplane crash set that was originally done for War of the Worlds. That
So to
Tom
give an
Cruise
insight on
Spielberg
that,
movie. And then there's a Bates Motel set.
yeah. So what
Continue.
it was is that the tram would come through and it would stop at the Bates Motel, which was just down the hill of the 747 Boeing crash site for War of the Worlds with Tom Cruise.
Uphill.
And well, I know it's downhill from that, but though.
Is it? Is it downhill?
Yes, it's downhill. Yes, you had to walk up the hill to go to it. You
Wait,
were
wait,
there,
wouldn't that
Jared.
be-
Remember?
wouldn't that
Do
be
you not
uphill?
remember the time when we had to go there to record for some guy that wanted the recordings?
No, I know that, but wouldn't that have been uphill? Because I remember, like, you go
Well,
to.
if you're on the tram, you go downhill.
Hill from the 747 Boeing. It was downhill from there. Anyway,
Oh,
the tram would drop you off at the Bates Motel, and you would have to go through the Bates
I'm sorry.
Motel as any as any other museum or not museum maze, and you would have to go up the spiral hill up to the 747. Then you'd walk through that, and then by the time you got through that, you would be at the end of the maze, and you would get back on the tram back to the top of the amusement park.
Was this
Now-
2016 or 2017?
2017. Yeah. Anyway, God, I've lost train of thought. What were we talking about?
H Motel.
Oh,
Your weed.
no.
Motel with,
Weed. Yeah, okay, so anyway, I
Is
was
it
a killer
Halloween
clown.
Horror Nights or Hollywood Horror Nights? I keep forgetting.
Halloween
Halloween, okay.
Horror Nights at Universal Studios. So I was working there as a scare actor. Okay.
He was
We
shit, in
had
my
these
opinion.
big masks that were like this thick, right? And at the time I was smoking. Don't agree with it. I suggest getting off of it. Jared.
Don't smoke that much, bitch. You remember the last time I smoked marijuana?
I mean nicotine. Anyway, I went to the
Fuck
smoking
you.
area. I went to the
This is
smoking
30
area because I
milligrams of
forgot my vape.
nicotine, bitch.
I took 4 huge rips off of this dude's vape. Well, what I thought was a vape. And I was like, dude, this is doing nothing for me. Is this like zero Nick? And he goes, oh, nah, dude. That's like pure THC, dude. I looked back to where we had to walk back to the Mates Motel, and everything just went. I had the most severe panic attack I have ever had in my entire life. I had apparently smoked so much that I had blacked out and apparently did a sprawling group shot in front of the Bates Motel where I was laying down like in front of the entire cast. And I had come to this far away from a participant's face. I woke up and the person that I was like best friends with was like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "Just play it cool."
I remember
From that day on, I
Wait,
will never, ever smoke weed again. Not my thing. Don't like it. Not saying that I dog people that smoke it. Just saying that it's just not for me.
I remember
It
this
just
one story that I was
mm-mm.
working at this grocery store. The same one as the story before. And what is it? At this point in time, we were working from like, what was it, like 3 p.m. to 11 or 2 to 10? I forget. Because we had 45-minute lunch breaks, right?
Mm-hmm.
This one guy, super chill dude, loved like punk and reggae music, and he wanted to get in that scene. We don't talk as much anymore, but super chill dude, very down to earth. He was like, "Hey, dude, do you want to try an edible?" And so at that point in time, I hadn't smoked very much marijuana, let alone the fact I have not had edibles up until that point in my life. But
This already sounds like a disaster.
I can't remember if I just wanted to do it because fuck it, or if I was just going through a mean streak through life where I just said fuck it. But either way, the outcome was fuck it, right? So I took the edible, and for those who are watching who have taken edibles before, when you take an edible, much like certain marijuana products, takes a little bit to kick in, but especially with edibles, this was unbeknownst to me. First time I took it, it was like a little brownie, and I had like a little crumb. But the thing is, I didn't have that much to eat, which means,
Oh,
yep. So I had like a little crumb, like this big, right? And so I took it on my break, right? And we're doing this thing called backstocking. So we're taking all the shit that we stocked on the shelves in the aisles, the shit that couldn't go out on the shelves, right? And then we were putting it back in inventory. In this particular case, I was working in the refrigerated and freezer departments, right? And so it didn't kick in until I was like right in the middle of the aisles. I was like putting away frozen stuff. I'm like, huh, this didn't kick in. Whoa! And so then it was about time for me to like go back to the cooler, right? The refrigerator. So I'm putting shit away. And so the guy, we'll call him Kyle, just because I can't think of a better name for him. So Kyle was like doing his shit, and I guess he finished up with his cart like 5-10 minutes after I went back in the cooler. And so he was like, "Hey, how's it going, man?" And I guess I didn't answer him. This is what he told me, by the way. I don't remember everything, but it's just backstocking shit, which means like putting all the leftover shit back in the respective containers to be pushed out tomorrow, right? For those who don't know about like stocking in retail, I'm not a pedophile. Anyways, so I was stocking shit. And so he's like, "Wait, Jared, are you okay?" And I'm like, and I stand up, I turn over to him, and my eyes are like bloodshot red as if I'm about to fucking kill someone for meat. And I'm like, "Yeah." So he goes like, "Jared, are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah." At this point, I sounded like fucking Bill Clinton, like, "Yeah, all right, let's make some white water," you know? So then, like, after I'm finished with my job, I have to clock out. And then, lo and behold, my manager is right next to the fucking punch-out machine. My eyes are like bloodshot red. Like I'm about to turn werewolf any fucking second. It's full moon. It's midnight. Oh my God. The amount of terror I felt in that single moment, just trying to keep myself cool. Like, okay, don't keep your eyes half shut. Keep them wide. Okay? Now act like a normal human being. Hey, Jared, how you doing? That's my manager. Hey, Jared, how you doing? Doing fine. Doing great. Oh my God, it was like the most single terrifying fucking thing I've ever experienced in my life at that moment in my life. Granted, never again did I smoke marijuana or have THC products at any job ever again. But that moment was when I was like, yeah, this is probably better to relax.
Okay.
Holy
So I got a story,
shit, dude.
okay? Being that this is the first episode, not many people are going to see it, okay? Me and my brother went to Disneyland one day, okay?
Right?
My girlfriend was there. His wife was there. Our mother, me and my brother, was there. And my brother thought it was a good idea to
Okay.
bring white whiskey to a theme park. And he filled up a gigantic water bottle full of this. Now,
Woo!
we had eventually finished it off, and we decided to go to the kids section. Okay.
Oh God.
And we went through the line of one of this kid sections like photograph and meet and greet things.
All right.
They had some of the newer episodes of said cartoon playing. Let's just say that including the alcohol, me and my brother were mortified by what we saw. During the line, they were playing this cartoon and said one of cartoons shit out two of the other characters via an egg. An egg so massive that it had a saggy ass that was literally following them 2 feet behind them. We thought it was the alcohol. Indeed, it was not the alcohol. It just made it more mortifying. Because we got through that line and said we wanted to go to Star Wars Land. So, as we have figured out our name for the podcast, it is the end of this episode for the Unintelligent Basturds Podcast.
This is like the Avengers in 2012. Hell yeah.
I will see you all in the next episode. Charlie, it seems like your dog is trying to claw its way out of the door.
He's being
Anyway,
held
we will have
captive.
a next. Actually, we're adding a co-host to the next episode, which will be very exciting.
My word.
I'm
I
gonna
know,
have to
right?
kill myself even more.
This is
Warren.
going to be even more rowdy than the
Charlie,
Pudge
shut up,
Packer
shut up, shut up.
himself.
Anyway,
Why did
I will
agree
see you
to
next
do
time
this?
on the Unintelligent Bastards episode 2. Sayonara. Bye.
Au revoir.